If you're lucky enough to have your own reformer, then this workout's for you. Come with me onto the reformer now and we'll do a full body workout. So each reformer is quite different. I'll give you the spring settings as we work out, but from one reformer to the other, you'll have to adjust it to suit your own body strength. But what I give you will be the approximate. So I'm going to start with footwork, and I'm starting with 2 red springs, a blue and a yellow. If all your springs are the same, then load up all of them. Have a nice lie down, head on the headrest, bring your feet up onto the bar, heels on, hip distance apart. Neutral pelvis, inhale to tighten the core, and exhale to press through the heels to push out. Inhale to control it back in. So exhale to press away, and inhale to control it in. So as you're working away, really reach through the heels, reaching the head away. So don't be tempted to shortcut and take it almost all the way out and just bounce your knees down. Take it out and then reach that little bit further. Inhale to come in. Exhale out. And be careful as you come back in, make sure your muscles are controlling it and that you're not just releasing the springs and letting the springs bring it in. So let's do 2 more. Exhale out. Inhale to come in, exhale to press away, inhale to come in, keep the core turned on, bring the toes onto the bar where the heels were, so they're hip distance apart. Come up into your high heels, so be careful not to lower the heels down. Put your stilettos on, tighten the core, and exhale to really reach out through the legs, and inhale to control it back in. So exhale out, and inhale to come in. So keep going. This one you really want to watch that you are stretching out as if you're trying to get something from the top shelf of the bookcase at home. So don't let the heels drop down as you press away. It's quite tempting as you take the carriage out to lower the heels to get to your straight leg. But you're not going to reach the top shelf of the bookcase that way. Rise up onto your toes. Stay up on your toes and really reach out. Good. That way we really work the quad muscles. Let's do 3 more. So it's exhale out and inhale to come in. Exhale out, inhale to come in and stretch away one more time. Good. Keep the core turned on and just pivot your feet so the heels come together. Now your feet are in a little V shape and your knees are above your hips. Don't take your knees too wide because your core muscles will turn off. Bring your knees above your hips, tighten your core, neutral pelvis, stay up in your stilettos and exhale to press out. Inhale to come in, exhale to press away and inhale to come in. Good, so keep going. This time you're going to feel the inner thighs working as well as the quads. Keep pressing the heels together because it's quite tempting to let them come apart as you work away. So keep pressing them in to engage the inner thigh muscles as you work. We're going to do 4 more here. Reach for that book on the top shelf of the bookcase. It's very easy to let those heels lower down as you reach out. And there's 1 more. Good. And then inhale to control it in. Keep the core turned on and take the heels out wide as you can take them, that your foot bar will allow. The toes are turned out to the corners of the room, so 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Keep the feet flexed, keep the core tightened, and exhale to press out. Now, one thing you want to watch when you're working with the heels on the bar is that you don't sink your back into the mat as you press out. You're using the back muscles then and not your legs. So keep that natural arch, keep your neutral spine and press the bar away from you as if you really want to push a fridge away from you. So we're doing a lying down squat. That's the good thing about Pilates. You get to do most of it lying down. 5 to go. Exhale to press out and inhale to come in. Control it as you come in. Keep the carriage moving the whole time and try to catch it before it hits the stoppers so that you're constantly working the muscles and they don't actually get to have a rest, not even a mini rest. So keep the core tight now. Bring the toes onto the bar where your heels were. Rise up into your high heels. Be careful not to roll through the ankles. So keep the heels in line with your leg and exhale to stretch out and reach for the book on the top of that bookcase and inhale to come in. This is probably the hardest version to do correctly because in this position it's very tempting to lower the heels as you reach away and reach for that top shelf on the bookcase. Good. So there's 5 to go. Make sure you're not gripping on with your hands. Your hands are just resting gently onto the carriage. If you find that you do tend to grip, turn your palms up. That way you can't grip. If you find that your shoulders are sliding into the shoulder rest while you do this, your springs are probably a little too heavy at the moment. So take your springs down a notch and work away until the muscles get stronger. So just do what's right for you. Let's do one more. Exhale out, inhale to come in. Then bring the feet onto the bar with the toes on, heels together, ankles together. We're doing ankle stabilizers. So exhale to press away. Inhale to take the heels under the bar. Exhale to rise up onto the toes. Inhale to bend the knees and come in. Exhale to press out. Inhale under. Exhale to rise up. And inhale to come back in. So keep going. Try and stay in your stilettos the whole time when you're up on your toes. Make sure you keep your ankles together the whole time. Very tempting when you come up onto your toes to roll out onto your little toes. Bring those ankle bones together. Let's do 5 more. You're going to feel this up the back of the legs. Exhale out. This is an excellent exercise to help strengthen the ankles. It's going to prevent you from falling over the next time you're a little bit tipsy and dancing on the bar. So next New Year's Eve, you'll be thanking me because you'll be dancing away on the bar in your stilettos and not falling off. 2 to go. Exhale out, inhale under. Exhale, rise up, inhale to come in. Last one, should really be feeling it up the back of the legs by now. Nicely done. So we're going to work on bridging. That was the front of the legs with the squats or the footwork. We're now going to work the back of the legs, that's hamstrings. So from here, we're going to come up and change the springs because with this exercise, it's actually harder with lighter spring setting. So if your springs are coloured, you'll need 1 red and 1 blue spring. If all your springs are the same colour, then just bring it down to 2 springs. So rolling back down, lower your headrest, and that's going to protect your neck. Bring your feet up onto the bar and make them hip distance apart. Bring the arches of the feet onto the bar, and I want you to bring them up onto the top of the bar rather than the side. Bring them onto the top of the bar so you can press down on the bar rather than pushing away on the bar. Wriggle away from the shoulder rest slightly so you've got room as you roll up onto your shoulders. So tighten the core and exhale, tilt the pelvis, roll up onto your shoulders, keeping the carriage still. Inhale to press the carriage out and exhale to lift the hips and come back into the stoppers. Inhale out, exhale to pull it back in. So you want to feel like you're actually pulling the carriage back into the stoppers, using the muscles down the back of the legs. We've got 1 more after this. Don't worry if you're cramping, just work on through it. This is the last one. And roll back down 1 vertebra at a time. back to a neutral spine. We're going up a notch. So tighten the core, tilt the pelvis and roll up, keeping the carriage as still as possible, creating that straight line. Good. Make sure you're not gripping on. Let's take one leg to tabletop. Inhale to press out and exhale to pull it back in. Inhale to take it away. Exhale to pull it back in. One more like this. Pull it back in. Lower that foot down. Keep the hips steady and level and take the other one to tabletop. Inhale out. Exhale, pull it in. Lift the hips every time you're pulling it in. Good. Last one like that. Lower the foot and then roll down one vertebra at a time, keeping the carriage pulled into the stoppers. So the next exercise is feet and straps. So we can lift the headrest again. The spring setting will remain the same. Reach around and grab your straps. Press away to 2 straight legs. Bring one foot up into the strap and take the pressure through that leg. Then bring the other leg up and put that foot in the strap as well. So they're together. Good. From here, we're going to do double leg lowers. So keeping the pelvis neutral, tighten the core and inhale to bring the feet towards the ceiling. Only come as high as you can without lifting your tailbone off the mat. So the length of your hamstrings will determine this. Exhale, keep the belly button to spine and lower the feet only as low as you can go without popping the abs. So it's inhale to bring the feet to the ceiling, careful not to sink the back or lift the tailbone, and exhale to lower the feet, pulling the belly button to spine. So keep the pelvis nice and level. This is a test for the pelvis. So quite often we involve the pelvis when we should be just hinging through the hip, through the ball and socket joint that is our hip. So here's what it looks like when you're doing the incorrect thing, where you tilt the pelvis and arch the back as you lower down and sink the back into the mat and lift the tailbone to come back up. So bring it back to neutral spine and keep going. Exhale down, keeping the belly button to spine. Inhale to come back up. Careful not to take it too low because you're losing the exercise at that point. Keep the pressure through the straps. Exhale down and inhale to come back up. 2 more like that. Exhale, press with the back of the legs. You should feel your hamstrings still working, so it's a great exercise to follow bridging. And now we're going to start circles. I want to target the inner thigh a little more, so we're going to turn the toes out to the corner of the room, keeping the heels together so you've got your little V's. So exhale down through the centre, just like you just did, but now we're going to circle them out to the side, around, and bring the heels together at the top. So it's exhale down through the centre, inhale to circle around, bringing your heels together at the top. So keep going. Again, you want to watch the pelvis. Make sure that you're not arching the back as you take the feet down, or sinking through the back as you circle the legs out and around, bringing them back to the top. So if you need to make your circles slightly smaller, that's okay. Just work within your own limits and your own range. So let's do 2 more. Exhale down, inhale to circle out and around. Exhale down, inhale to circle out and around. Then we're going the other way. So this time it's exhale to go out and around, and inhale back up through the centre. So exhale to take the legs out and press down and away from you. Inhale to come back up. Let's do 4 more. So really tighten the core muscles as you press the legs down and away. Inhale to hinge through the hips and bring them back up. Exhale to circle out and around. Heels come together. Inhale up through the center without sinking through the back. 2 to go. And this is the last one. When the heels come together, bend the knees and come into a little frog position where the knees are over the hips. Keep the heels together and press out to straight legs. So it's exhale to press away and inhale to come back in. Exhale, glue those heels together and inhale to come back in. We're going to do 4 more after this one. This is a functional exercise. Another good one for New Year's Eve or just a Friday or Saturday night. Imagine you've got your credit card between your heels because it's your shout at the bar. You've had too much to drink, you're on the floor, but you still have to pay for your round. You're passing your credit card to the bartender. So there it is. Told you Pilates was functional. Inhale to come in. Last one. Come back in. Excellent. Okay, from here, we're going to just separate the feet so that they're in line with the knees. And we're doing wide frog. So that was little frog. This is wide frog. So exhale to press the feet out and the legs stay parallel. Inhale to bend back in. Exhale to press out and inhale to bend in. There's 4 more. Good. 3, 2, last one, 1. Good. Bend the knees, take one foot out of the strap, reach for the foot bar, then take the other one out. Excellent. And that brings us on to glutes. So I'm going to lower the straps and roll onto the side. So keep the spring setting the same because we're going to do glutes with our foot on the bar. So this time our foot is on the bar with the toes facing forward. Take your hips all the way back to the very back edge of the carriage. Stack your hips. The bottom leg has a rest. Okay, if you can feel the shoulder rest digging into the middle of your back between your shoulder blades, then you're in the right spot. Okay, so knee up at hip height, keep it there, tighten the core. Exhale to press through the heel to push out and inhale to control it in. Exhale to press away and inhale to come back in. So keep going. Press through the heel. Good. 5 more after this. Last one like this, and then we're going to take it to the top half, all the way out, halfway in, and we're going faster for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now when you come in, keep the heel and the hip where it is and just turn the toes and the knee to the ceiling. So be careful not to roll through the hip as you lift the knee. So just pivot on the heel, turn the toes to the ceiling, the hip stays where it is, tighten the core and exhale to press through the heel and inhale to come back in. So it's exhale to press out, keep lifting the knee to the ceiling as you come back in. Good, so this is really working your glute medius. Excellent, so there's 5 more like this. Pop your hand on your top buttock and you'll feel the muscle working. 3 to go. This time we're doing bottom half pulses, so halfway out and all the way in for 10, a little faster, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way in. Keep the heel where it is and turn the toes and the knee towards the floor. Don't be tempted to press through the toes. Keep them pointing to the floor and you're only going to press through the heel. But make sure the knee comes up over the center toe. Don't let it droop down. We're doing glute minimus, the smallest glute muscle, all the way out and all the way in. So it's exhale to press through the heel and inhale to come back in. So as you press out, be careful not to roll through the hip. This time you're going to roll forward if you roll. That'll be using your back muscle. You want to keep it in the glute and not bring it up into the back. Very common error with this mistake, with this variation of the glute. 5 more. Press through the heel to push away. Make sure the toes are still pointing to the floor. Good. Bottom halves. Halfway out, all the way in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm feeling it. I hope you are too. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way in. Wah. Toes on. High heels. We're not finished yet. Glute maximus. Bring it on home. All the way out with the exhale and all the way in. So here's your stilettos again. All the way out and all the way in. Exhale out. Inhale to come in. Keep going. And there's 5 more after this one. So exhale to press away. Inhale to come in. Stay up in your high heels and be careful not to arch through the back. That's the common error with this variation. 2 to go. Exhale out. Inhale. Good. This time we're staying all the way out and halfway back in. This is it for 10 and 9. All the way out. Don't shortcut. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and all the way in. Good. Over to the other side. Well, let's do it all again. So roll over. Take time to set up. Excuse my back. Send your hips all the way back to the very back edge. The bottom leg gets to have a rest. You should feel that shoulder rest in between your shoulder blades. It's not comfortable, but you know you're in the right spot. Good. Make sure your hips are back and that they're stacked. My glute muscle already knows it's there anyway. It's done some work on the other side. So tighten the core and exhale to press through the heel and inhale to control it in. So be careful that you're not pressing through the toes or the ball of the feet. Just press through the heel, press all the way out and all the way in. Be careful not to roll through the hip or arch the back. Keep the knee up at hip height. There's 5 to go. Exhale out, inhale to control it in. Try and keep the carriage moving the whole time. Catch it before it hits the stoppers so you don't get to have a complete rest, even if it's a mini one. And this time we're taking it all the way out and halfway in. All the way out and halfway in. Let's go faster. 10 and 9 and 8. I know I threw in some bonus ones. 7, 6, 5. I'll never shortchange you. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way in. So keep the hip where it is, keep the heel where it is, and just rotate the foot and the knee to the ceiling so the toes are pointing to the ceiling, and so is the knee. The hips are still stacked in the same position. Tighten the core and press through the heel to press away, all the way out, and control it all the way in. Exhale out and inhale to come in. So keep working away. Be sure that you're actually controlling the carriage on the way in and that you're not just releasing the muscles and letting the springs bring the carriage in. You need to work it in both directions. And there's 5 more after this one. So press through the heel, exhale out, inhale to come in. Keep the knee pointing to the ceiling every time it comes in, but without rolling through the hip. It's very common to roll backwards this time with this variation. 1 more after this one. And then we're doing bottom half pulses. So halfway out and all the way in. Let's do 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6. Keep up the pace. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way in. Keep the heel and the hip where it is. Just turn the toes to the floor. Now be careful not to press the toes onto the bar. Just have the heel on. Keep the knee up over the center toe. Don't let it droop. It doesn't have to come as high as it was. Just over the center toe of the foot with the toes facing down. So tighten the core and exhale to press through the heel to press out and inhale to come in. Exhale to press away and inhale to come in. So let's keep going. This is the smallest muscle in the glute family, Glute Minimus. It's probably the most underutilized muscle, so it's probably the one that you're going to feel the most. There's 5 more after this one. So exhale out, inhale to come in. Make sure the knee's not drooping as you come in. It'll want to droop. Keep it over the center toe. There's 2 more. And then we're doing bottom halves. So halfway out and all the way in. Let's go faster for 10. I know I threw in 2 bonus ones there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way in. In the home straight now, toes on, high heels. Get your stilettos on, make sure your knee is up at hip height and exhale to press all the way out to a straight leg for glute max. Inhale to control it in. Exhale, press away and inhale to control it in. So keep going. Now be careful not to arch the back or rock through the hips. Arching the back is a popular shortcut at this stage. Just close your ribs down to your hips. Keep that short distance between the hip and the ribs. Let's do 4 more. Exhale out and inhale. Exhale to take it out and inhale. Make sure you stretch all the way out and all the way in. Last one out that way. And then we're going all the way out and halfway back in. And we're going faster for 10 and all the way out and all the way out. Reaching for the top shelf on that bookshelf. Keep your high heels high. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way out and all the way in. Excellent. Roll onto your back and we'll do a quick stretch of the glutes. So the leg that you worked first, cross that ankle over the opposite knee, press all the way out and then press that knee away from you, bringing the carriage in towards the stoppers. You should feel a bit of a glute stretch through your hip and your glute. Keep that foot flexed. You can bounce it in and out to take the stretch off a little and back on. And when you feel that ease off, then change legs. So bring the other foot onto the knee. Press that knee away, press out and really stretch that knee away from you. And then draw the carriage in towards the stoppers. When you get to the point where you're getting a good stretch, keep pressing that knee away and bounce it in and out. You'll feel the stretch ease off after a little while. Keep the foot flexed. Good. Excellent. It's time to work the abs. So hopping up, and let's decrease the springs. I'm taking my blue spring off and leaving just the red one on. If you're working where the springs are all the same colours, then you'll probably want 2 springs on. Hands in the small straps, tighten the core, take one leg and then the other leg to tabletop. This time we're going to bring them hip distance apart. So tighten the core and exhale, sweep the hands past the hip and inhale to lower down. Exhale, lift and sweep and inhale to lower down. So think about rotating rib to opposite hip as you lift the head and chest, working the obliques. Exhale, sweep and lift, and inhale to lower. Sweep and lift, and inhale, lower. Good, keep going. Excellent. Let's do 2 more to each side. Sweep and lift. And then again. 1 more. Sweep and lift. And then again. Good. Lower the feet. Bring the straps and stack them on top of each other. Take one leg and then the other leg to tabletop. Bring the heels together so you're a little frog. Exhale, sweep the hands through the legs this time and inhale to lower down. Exhale to sweep through the legs and inhale to lower. Keep the shoulders down as you reach through the legs, as if you're trying to touch the foot bar. Good. Let's do 1 more. Exhale, sweep and lift. Inhale, lower. And now this one we're holding it up. Reach further for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and lower down. We're doing 1 more of those. Exhale, sweep and lift. And use your abs to lift higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and lower back down. You should know that your abs have worked by now. Okay, so let's hop up and do some scooter. So lower your spring setting. So you've got just 1 spring on there. I'm going to use just a yellow. So it's quite light. This is a challenge for your balance muscles. So come and stand on the floor about 1/3 of the way down your carriage. The other foot goes onto the shoulder rest and you'll notice that there's not much support through there. So you're going to be relying on your glute muscles for balance. They are your balance muscles after all. Keep your hips square to the front, bend your standing knee slightly and lean forward. It's called scooter because it's like when you're a kid scootering along. So bring your hands behind your back, shoulders down and back, and start moving that back leg in and out. It's not really about the back leg that's moving in and out, it's about your standing leg. So the moving leg is trying to throw the standing leg off balance. Keep your core tight because it's your core and your glutes that are going to keep you upright. And let's do 10 more. A little faster. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and all the way in. Standing up, we're going to walk around to the other side and do it all again. So standing on the floor, about a third of the way down the carriage, the other foot onto the shoulder rest. Bend the standing knee, shoulders come down and back and lean forward. So press away and come back in. Good. Keep your core tight and use your glutes to maintain balance. So let's go a little faster. Imagine you're a kid on a scooter. And we're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And all the way in. Good. So you should have felt that in your standing glute. Let's do some arms before we finish. So we're going to kneel on the reformer. I'm going to keep my yellow spring because we're going to work our arms on the side. So taking the big strap in the hand, one hand beside you, we're going to do D'Artagnan. Well, that's what I call it. Its official name is draw a sword. So, like in the Three Musketeers, it's exhale to lead with your elbow and then extend. Inhale to bend in and pop your sword away. So, the challenge is to keep your shoulder back as you extend away and inhale to bend in. So if you find that a little tricky, just do the first part, out and back in, and out and back in. Be careful not to lift the shoulder as you bring it out. Keep the shoulder down, exhale out and extend away, and inhale to bend and pop it away. There's two more. Imagine you're pointing to a friend. Hey, look over there. Last one. Hey, nudge them, look over there. Good. Let's face away from the springs and add on the blue springs. So if all your springs are the same colour, let's have 2 springs. So tighten the core, bring your feet together and your knees wide so that you're in a fairly stable stance. Keep your glutes on, your core on, and press your hips forward. Careful not to hinge through your hips because you'll fall forward through the reformer and we don't want that. So press your hips forward and bring your hands by your side. We're doing chest expansion. So this is a great workout for the mid-back. Exhale to press back. You'll feel your shoulder blades slide down and back. And inhale, just bring them to your side. Exhale to sweep back and inhale just to your side. So keep going. Keep the shoulders down and back. Now, the tricky part here is the release rather than the push back. So keep pressing your hips forward because on the release you don't want to be falling forward through the reformer. Let's do 5 more. You'll feel this through the arms as well as the mid-back. Be careful not to hunch the shoulders as you take the hands back. You should feel it across the mid-back, around the shoulder blades. There's 3 to go. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. 1 more. Exhale and inhale. And coming back in. Turn around to face the other way for D'Artagnan. Take the blue spring off and just have the yellow spring because it's small muscle group. Your hand is in the big strap and it's on your hip. The other hand is just out of the way. I put it on my hip because it's like being a sword fighter. So exhale to lead with the elbow and extend out straight. Inhale to bend in and pop it away. Exhale, extend away and inhale to come back in. Now remember, you shouldn't feel any pain through your joints, you will feel your muscles working. But if you are getting twinging through the shoulder muscles, just take it easy and do the first half. So just exhale with the first half and back in, like you're nudging a friend beside you, because that's the preparatory exercise for the extended version. So you're still getting the same workout and working in your own limits and what's right for your body. So exhale, extend, elbow, and then extend away if you want to take it to the fuller range. 2 more, exhale, elbow, and extend out. Inhale to bend, pop it away. Last one, and extend, pop it away. Good. Let's stretch. We're going to finish with a hamstring and hip flexor stretch. So kneeling facing the foot bar, tuck the toes under so that they're facing towards your knee and press your heel against the shoulder rest. The other foot comes onto the standing platform with the shin against the bar. So making sure that the foot is hip distance apart, I'm going to use just one blue spring for this stretch. If your springs are all the same colour, then you'll probably just use one spring. Tuck the tailbone under. You'll feel that stretch through the hip flexor start straight away. And without moving your shin away from the bar, take the carriage away and you'll start to feel the stretch through the quad and also up into the hip flexor. Be careful not to arch through the back because you won't get a hip flexor stretch. You'll just be using your back. So again, tuck your tailbone under and ease that carriage away to get the hip flexor stretch, keeping the tailbone tucked under. From here, you can then take it a little further and really stretch through all the hip flexors. Then start straightening out through the front leg so you add the hamstring stretch as well. So you should be feeling a stretch through the front of the back leg and the back of the front leg. When you're ready, just bring it back in and we're going to change sides. Now remember, only stretch as far as you can go. So always do what's right for you. Again, tuck your tailbone under and just ease that carriage away, starting to feel the hip flexor stretch and also maybe a little slight quad stretch through the front of the thigh, keeping that tailbone tucked under. Then when you're ready, you can ease that carriage out a little further to get a bigger hip flexor stretch. And then we're going to start straightening through the front leg and stretch down the back of the front leg as well. Now remember, just work within your own range. You don't have to go to a straight leg. Just go until you feel the stretch through the back of the front leg. You don't want to hurt yourself. You want to stay intact so that we can work out again. Bend the front knee. Bring it back in. Happy days. I'll see you later on the mat.